Hey guys, AntVenom here, and welcome to another real-life video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys around my office here for a little bit, because the last time that I made one of these videos was in like the beginning of the year or something like that, or maybe even last year at this point. So I wanted to go ahead and I wanted to make an updated office tour, just showing you guys around the office and stuff. You can see if we pan from the left side of the room all the way to the right, that pretty much does it for the tour of the office. So I hope you all have enjoyed. No, I'm just kidding. I think I did that last time too when I did the office tours. I faked you guys out like that, but I don't think I faked out a single one of you because you guys are smart. But anyways, let's go ahead and let's get this started here. One thing I do want to say is at some point in this video, I will be saying the specs of my PC because I recently rebuilt it, into a new case. It's not really anything new specs-wise, but I will be going over it anyways just because, it's a really common request, for me to talk about my specs. But if you guys do want an always updated, like, spec sheet of what's in my computer, then be sure to check out the about page on my channel, and you guys can find it there. So yeah, sorry for the camera shakiness. I'm just kind of holding it, without like a monopod, which actually would have been a good idea. I probably should have considered that. But anyways, let's go ahead and let's start with the back side of the room here, actually, might as well. So, we got two posters right here. There's the Minecraft poster, and then there's the deadmau5 poster. For those of you that don't know what the deadmau5 poster is all about, well, I got this little guy in Minecon 2011, and it is actually signed by the man himself, deadmau5, Joel Zimmerman. I got it because, I played a lot on the Mouseville server when it was around, and, I got to know a lot of the moderators and stuff, and we all met up, a couple of times during Minecon 2011, and Josh was so awesome as to get me this poster signed and stuff. So, yeah. So, yeah, now I have an autographed poster by deadmau5. But anyways, just Minecraft poster. Whatever. Got the little me that sometimes, a couple of you have been pointing out is in the background of my videos. It just kind of stands there. This was actually sent to me by Bionic Monkey, and I think it's pretty awesome. He's actually the same guy who made those pillows over there that you may have seen, earlier. So, yeah. Over on the left here, we have a random Link hoodie that I actually bought for Halloween because Rachel, yes, I am still dating Rachel Grailmore, for those of you who are wondering, she actually played Zelda. Well, she had a really good Zelda costume, and I didn't really want to go, like, I don't know, I'm not in, like, the Halloween spirit, I guess, but, I got that just for the lulz, and I think it's kind of cool to hang on the wall regardless. Go down here, random camera bag that I don't use, and random TARDIS nightlight where the light actually burnt out. Isn't that, it's actually kind of ironic that the light burnt out on that, but yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and let's start panning around towards the left side of the room here. You can see I still have all 5 of the Keep Calm and posters right there. You can see all 5 of them in frame there. Got the diamond, the iron, and then the gold sword. The gold sword I actually got from PAX's 2013. The iron sword is Rachel's, and the diamond sword is my own. So I guess maybe there's kind of a cool little thing going on there. Down here is my hydration station where I got the humidifier that I probably should turn on, but I have turned off because it makes noise for the video. And then I keep, water to refill it, and then I actually keep bottles of water right there. It's actually a little unintentional that turned into the hydration station. I just kind of kept both those things in the same area because whatever. So anyways, moving on as we go towards the left here, you can see we got the whiteboard. I actually removed the text that says Grailmore was here just because I wanted to be able to actually write things on this board in case I ever needed to, but I definitely didn't want to erase the TARDIS design that has been on this board for over a year now. She's just, Rachel actually drew this when I first moved in and I first hung this up, so, it has a lot of sentimental value, so I didn't want to get rid of it. As we go down here, there's actually one item missing, right where this torch is. Underneath it, there's usually a tin, and that holds all of my Cards Against Humanity cards. But otherwise, just a couple of random knickknacks, Minecraft knickknacks. And then the salt is here because I get food delivered every now and again, and I don't feel like going upstairs for the salt shaker, so I always keep salt down here. So yeah, pretty funny like that. Yeah. Anyways, like I said, more random Minecraft knickknacks, and then, a shelf that, or, well, not a shelf, but, a cabinet that has a bunch of random little things, more cabinet space, and then as we go on to the top of here, you can see I have a whole bunch of Rubik's Cubes, all of which that I have solved, but the Mega Minx I've only ever solved once, and that was with the help of a tutorial, but If you can solve a 3x3, you can solve a Mega Minx, and the 3x3 is right there, which I've solved countless times. The 4x4 I still suck at, and the 5x5 I'm actually pretty decent at that, because that's another one of those where if you can solve a 3x3, you can solve a 5x5. It's not that much more difficult. But anyways, going down here, you can see we have a mix of little Minecraft toys here. So these little guys right here are actually from Jazzwares, the bigger toys, and the smaller toys, I never actually got the chance to make a video about it, but these smaller ones are actually from Mattel, and Mattel sent me over these. Well, actually Lydia from Mojang got Mattel to send me these. So you know, you can see we have all kinds of little things going on here, you know, Creeper, Skeleton, Iron Golem, Horse Steve, Snow Golem, Witch, and then a little baby piggy. So yeah, and then we got some more over here, and absent is the chicken and the cow, which I blended during my Will It Lag video. So yeah. And then a random candle. I like to have candles going just because I like my room to smell nice. So yeah, that's personally my favorite one, just throwing that out there. And then I have this random little, oh god, I can't actually remember what kind of a thermometer thing this is called. I used to always know the name to this. And of course, now that I'm making a video involving it, the name escapes me. So yeah, got a random little painting thing here that was done by a friend named Kai. And he's like, dude, bro, I want to send you a painting, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. And then he did. He sent it to me, and it was framed and stuff. So yeah, I keep random little things on top of it. This I actually got during Insomnia, or this was either during Minecon or Insomnia, I can't remember. And same with this one. I think this one may have been Insomnia as well. And the kid who gave it to me, I remember thinking, like, does he want to give this to Sky or does he want to give this to me? Because of the whole gold thing. But anyways, and then here's my Insomnia 51 pass, and my 53 pass is in the drawer right down there. So yeah, Insomnia 51 is a great gaming convention. And then you can see a whole bunch of other convention passes as well. PAX 2012. Well, PAX 2012, you know, PAX Prime, PAX East, and then there's PAX East 2013, PAX East, or PAX Prime 2013, then there was UCube, then these were made by a fan given to me at UCube, I believe, yeah, it was at UCube, I think, and then all 3 badges from Minecon. Yes, I actually managed to snag an exhibitor badge. I really wanted to get a staff badge and an agent badge as well, so I could have all 5 badges. But you know what? Whatever. It doesn't really matter. But anyways, as we continue and we progress over to the left here, I got a little calendar. I have the Draw My Life whiteboard right there. And then I have just a backpack that I keep things in, you know, for travel and whatnot. And then my random CD case, random power bar that I use for various things, I guess, as you can see down there. And then as we go over to, you know, way behind here, you can see there's actually a little micro drone. I actually think that might be the name of it. It's made by Extreme Flyers, and I bought one of these while I was at Insomnia 53, and it's just basically a little micro drone. But because it's really, really small, I can just fly it around the office and not have to worry about, like, either lack of room or it destroying stuff, because that thing is actually really rugged, and I've been hit by it multiple times, so yeah, I don't really have to worry too much. But anyways, down there is my cable modem, and then there's my router right there. So yeah, and then randomly right here, if you guys are wondering what this is actually an iQue, which is a Chinese Nintendo 64. I used it for a little while when I sped run The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and this is the fastest console to play the game on, the fastest official console anyways. And yeah, I just kind of keep it there in case I ever want to play it. It's actually hooked up to this monitor right here, so I can just go ahead and I can play it at any time and switch the audio source, or rather the video source, and it'll work fine. So yeah, anyways, as we go ahead and, you know, we continue moving along here, let's go ahead and let's take a look at the main setup here. Let me go ahead and let me pull out the chair here. And this chair, for those of you who are wondering, is actually a steel case Leap chair, a leather chair, and this is a chair I've had for a couple of years now, and it still fares me great. It was a very expensive chair, but I bought it because it was expensive and because I knew it was going to last. So anyways, let's go ahead and let's push that out of the way here while we just take a, you know, quick, like, full view of the desk area itself here. So yeah, as I try and catch my breath here. So anyways, let's go ahead and let's go over everything that is on the desk itself here. So right here, I believe this is a Corsair K95 keyboard. It's not the RGB keyboard, but it's the one that has a whole bunch of macro keys. I actually bought this keyboard before the RGB version came out. I kind of want the RGB version, but I don't like that this little guy right here has changed on the new keyboard. It's actually keeping me from buying it. Yes, I'm that big of a stickler about it. But anyways, as we go ahead and we take a look at the monitors here, the left and right monitor monitors are both identical 24-inch Asus monitors that are just, you know, regular standard 60 hertz monitors. They're nothing too special. They're not really for anything other than just having random like web browser windows or things like live streaming software open or webcam software open, things of that nature. Having 3 monitors is actually a really great thing. But the creme de la crop in the center here, it may actually look very similar to these 2 monitors, but in fact, it is a much better monitor. What this monitor is it is an Asus ROG Swift 27-inch, 1 millisecond, 144 hertz G-Sync monitor. For those of you that don't know what pretty much any of that is, well, I mean, pretty much everything that you could look up is really simple, but the G-Sync feature specifically is sort of like a synchronization feature where the graphics card tells the monitor when to output frames to, you know, your eyes. And the reason why that's important is because it removes a thing called tearing. If you've ever been playing games and it looks like there's multiple frames that are like on the screen at once and they're like desynced, they're like, it looks like, you know, maybe a tree is torn apart from like another part or just, you know, something along those lines. That's what tearing is, and G-Sync gets eliminated with that. G-Sync isn't on all the time, but like if I play a game in full screen, and then I look at that little white LED indicator at the bottom. If that's red, then that means G-Sync is enabled, and it works for quite a few games. It doesn't work with Minecraft while I'm playing an SLI, but it does work when SLI is disabled. But anyways, moving on here, like, my God, I'm spending so much time. These are Bose SoundTrue headphones. These are the successors to the AE2s that I accidentally broke a while back while being very physically aggressive to them. So yeah, over here we have a Myonix Avior 8200 mouse, I believe, and then this is a Corsair, I think, MM400 hard plastic mini mouse pad. It's not like that big. They have much bigger ones, but this is more than enough for me. So yeah, got my phone, got my glasses, and then over here I have the volume adjust control thing for my Bose Companion 5 speakers, which are back here. If I go ahead and I check this out here, you can actually see like this wiring setup here. Let me go ahead and let me try and get a total overview here. You can see like all of the wires for this thing are routed around this middle pole and then down the back here. So yeah, everything is very clean. And it is also worth noting, because this is one of the most standout-ish features that I have, is all 3 monitors here are actually attached via a telescoping wing triple monitor stand from Ergotech. It's a 27-inch stand, and because these 2 side monitors are 24 inches, that allows me to have this little setup in between here. So if I go ahead and I press this button right underneath my desk here, let me just go and let me put my finger there, and then I press the button, you can see these lights actually turn on, and this is what illuminates my face while I'm doing face cam recordings. So yeah, previously I never used to pay attention to lighting too much, but I got a couple of emails suggesting that I try and do better lighting. So this is what I did. I just went ahead, and if I go ahead and I turn that off here, you can actually see it's just some standard little desk lamps, and then over top of the lamps themselves, I actually have dryer sheets. And the reason why I chose dryer sheets to put over them is because if I don't have anything over them, the light is too harsh, but if I put like a cloth over it, the light dissipates too much and it doesn't light my face up enough. So I chose dryer sheets because they, you know, have a high heat tolerance, like what a light bulb is going to put out. Like, so if it melts, it's not going to set on fire, which that one actually has a little bit. That mark in the middle actually is it having melted a little bit because it touches the light bulb. But anyways, so yeah, it doesn't dissipate the light really all that much, but it takes the harshness out of, you know, the light shining directly into my eyes. So anyways, yeah, let's see. We got the webcam, which is a Logitech C920, I believe. It's the best webcam that I know exists. It's a very good webcam. So yeah, as we go ahead and we look up over here, you can see I have my YouTube Maine license plate. It's kind of funny, when I did my first house tour in Maine, well, no, my second one, when I had my car, I didn't want to show that because I didn't want, like, you know, people to know at the time that I drove the YouTube car, and then people would, like, you know, I don't know what they'd do, but like they'd know I was around if they saw the YouTube plate on my GTI, which is the car that I have. Anyways, over here on each side of the 1 million subscriber plaque that I have right there with, you know, my own little custom sticker, also from Bionic Monkey, I have these 24 by 36 movie poster frames that have 1 foot by 1 foot panels put into them. So the panels themselves are acoustic noise dampening foam, and the reason why I have that is so that there isn't quite as much echo reverbing back into my microphone when I'm actually doing commentaries and talking and whatnot. So yeah. But anyways, before this video actually gets too long and my DSLR automatically cuts the video off, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to restart the video real quick, and then we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at the rest of the office. Alright, there we go. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at the rest of the office here. So right here, the microphone that I use is an MXL009 microphone with that brand of, you know, pop filter. I like the metal pop filters just because, you know, I don't know, I just do. And then I specifically got a pop filter that has sort of a rounded like edge here that, you know, isn't like exposed so it won't cut me if I wind up running into it accidentally, which has happened a couple of times. And then this stand here is a Rode PSA 1 stand that's just sort of like, you know, put down to the desk. It has a clamp on it so that it clamps onto the desk really, really nice. This desk is a Hon desk. H-O-N is the brand. I got it off of Newegg, and I can't think of like a model number or something, but I can tell you guys right now that it was a very expensive desk, and I'm the only person who's reviewed it on Newegg. So if you guys happen to find this, then there you go. It's one that has a modesty panel underneath so that, you know, like if this desk were exposed to an office or something, then the modesty panel means it's modest to the fact that your legs are underneath the desk so that people in front of the desk can't see underneath. Yeah, that's what it means, if you guys ever wondered what a modesty panel was. But anyways, if we go ahead and we take a look down further here, yes, I'm actually showing you guys the underside here. I have a CyberPower UPS, which is an uninterruptible power supply. It means that it powers my computer. And if the power goes out, this little sucker right here will keep my computer and my main monitor on for 15 minutes, which will allow me to stop a recording or stop my work, shut my computer down, and then I can run off of the Wi-Fi, which also runs off of this. So if my power is out, I won't lose internet, because my cable modem and router run off of this. And yes, they still work even if my power is out. That's actually hilarious. At least most of the time. Yeah. But anyways, random little footstool that I got from Target, you know, heater, and then my iPad as well. The heater's, you know, obvious because it's really cold out right now. So yeah. But another thing that I'm really proud of, guys, I'm going to get under the desk for this one, is the fact that there are no exposed wires here. Oh my God. And the reason why that is you guys probably won't be able to see this, and it's probably going to turn out really bad. But you can see there are some exposed wires as you get underneath. But I actually have like all of the wires kind of organized here. Yeah, that was probably really bad, but I actually got like a wiring harness to, you know, as you can see, if you really look through, it actually shows better on video than it does in real life. But you can see all of the wires just kind of there, like on the top, and that's because there's actually a sort of like oh God, the camera's actually almost focusing on it to the point where you can see it, but there's a wire rack, like a metal rack that holds up the wires to the top of the desk that I screwed in just the other day, actually. So, you know, that keeps all of the wires at a range, and I have the power bar that is used to be on the ground there, you know, tied to that thing. So yeah. Anyways, now we're moving on to probably what quite a lot of you have wanted to see. But before I get into that, actually, this right here is an Astro Mix Amp, and there are two inputs going into it: the USB input and then an SPDIF input, which is a digital input. And the reason why I have two different inputs, well, the USB is naturally its power, but the SPDIF I use for, well, let's just say when I capture my videos, you know, and I release videos daily, I capture 3 separate audio channels. My microphone is an audio channel, Minecraft sounds are an audio channel, and then Skype comes over its own audio channel. So that way, I don't have to worry about if someone's voice is absolutely blown out in Skype. I can turn the Skype audio channel down without compromising on the game noise, or vice versa. If the game noise is for whatever reason like 1,000,000,000%, I can turn that all the way down, or, you know, I can turn it up if I need to. I can do all sorts of crazy, nifty, awesome things. So yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's move on to the computer here, which is what I'm sure all of you have been waiting to see. So yeah, here we go. We got Spider Bro defending the PC. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to remove the screws from the side of this here. Let's go ahead and let's do this here super duper quickly. And we'll go ahead and we'll reveal what is on the inside of the NZXT H440 case. And the side panel doesn't want to stay up. Okay, there we go. So you can see this is an NZXT H440 case. I put some noise dampening foam right there, and there's plenty of noise dampening foam all throughout this case. But the case itself actually contains a bunch of Corsair LED fans, a Fantex, I don't even know, CPU cooler that has 2 Giganto fans on it. The motherboard is an old, let's see, what is it, an Asus Sabertooth X79. It's kind of old at this point, but it still does me pretty well. The processor is an i7 Extreme 3960X, and the reason why I chose that processor is because I knew I'd be doing video rendering daily, and having an Extreme processor like that definitely helps rendering quite a bit. So yeah, a lot of people would say that it would have been more worth it to get like a 3930K or something like that. And while that might be the case, there's a lot of swag points from just being able to say I have an Extreme processor. So yeah, that's what I got. And then the 2 graphics cards are GeForce GTX 680s. These are semi-old graphics cards, but they're still really, really good. But I may be replacing these soon, actually, because this setup that's up here, you know, my monitor setup, basically, in order to drive a setup that has 3 screens all over 1080p or over, because that center monitor is 2560 by 1440, in order to drive that, you need a lot of video RAM, and these 2 graphics cards have 2 gigabytes of RAM apiece, but I can't, like, take advantage of all 4 at once or anything like that. That's not really how SLI works, because when you bridge these 2 cards together, you get SLI. So what I'm instead thinking of doing is getting a 980 with, like, 4 gigabytes of RAM, or maybe waiting until an 8 gigabyte of RAM model or something like that in order to switch out my graphics cards, because things in windowed mode like sometimes lag pretty badly because of the video RAM problem. In full screen, Minecraft doesn't lag anymore because it's full screen and the graphics cards, you know, do their thing properly. But anyways, moving on here, I have the 2 solid-state hard drives are actually kind of featured, and these are Samsung 840 drives. They're 512 gigabytes a piece, and they're running in what's called a RAID 1 mirror. So a mirror, basically the 2 drives are mirror copies of each other, and the operating system handles writing the same data to them at the same time. So, you know, if one of those drives were to fail right now, like boom, it exploded and didn't damage anything else in the system, well, I wouldn't lose any data. I'd still have the other hard drive, bearing in mind that it doesn't explode as well, and I could go ahead and I could order another hard drive and replace it and, you know, fire up the mirror again. So I would always have 2 copies of all of my data active. And if I go ahead and I check out this part of the case over here, you can actually see I have the same thing going on with my 2 mechanical hard drives, which are both running at 3 terabytes each. Well, they're not running at, that is their size. They're 3 terabytes a piece. So that's what stores all of my rendered videos, which usually takes up about a terabyte by the end of the year. And I go ahead and I offload that onto an external hard drive, and then it stores all of my programs and all of my Steam games, and it actually doesn't store Minecraft, because Minecraft runs off of the solid-state drives, because I think that's actually really important. And then buried underneath this little platform right here is my power supply, which is a Seasonic X 850 watt power supply, which is more than enough to run this entire system. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the system itself. You guys have heard pretty much all of the specs. If you guys are wondering what these sorts of things are right here, this sort of white cable, that's actually like a Silverstone extension cable. You can buy those off of Newegg, and I have a similar one right here. You can see it's a white cable, and the reason why I have those is just for aesthetic looks, but I truthfully think it looked a little bit better in the Corsair 800D case that I had previously, which I got rid of because it had really poor airflow. And I still do think that they look really, really good on like these cables right here. Like, they look really nice. So yeah, that's why I have them, and that is my system in a nutshell. Let me go ahead and let me try and get the side panel back on with one hand here. It's probably going to fail epically, but you know what? Might as well try. Nope, nope. Of course, during a video, it's not going to happen. You know what? Let's try the right hand instead, because, you know, I'm just trying to be a champion like that. Oh my god, of course. Oh, yes, yes. Did I get it? Did I get it? I got it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got the side panel back on. All right. Anyways, so let's go ahead and let's move on to the rest of the office here, where there isn't a whole lot left. We do have Rachel set up over here. This is her computer that I set up, you know, I set up the area for. The computer itself is just sort of like an Alienware computer that I had I had this previously as a media PC, but it's more than good enough to run as a gaming PC. And yeah, there isn't like a big custom computer or anything like that because she's not over that often. She's you know, over like maybe once or twice a week, which is fine. But like if she had a computer she had to use every single day and she made YouTube videos a lot, then, you know, I would obviously go through and build a computer for her. That would definitely, you know, that would be along this caliber right here. So yeah, anyways, got a chair for her, got a sort of like wooden carpet mat so she can move the chair along nicely, and then, you know, 2 more monitors. These are actually the same monitors that I have over there. They're the same 2 monitors that I have on each side. She has these as her main monitors, and she has the same sort of Astro mix amp thing going on as well. And then my printer is on the desk because there's nowhere else to put it that would fit at all. And she has the same microphone stand. She has an Audio-Technica AT2020 as her microphone, which was actually the very first microphone that I ever really used seriously. And then random little knickknacks here. She has a little, you know, character model of herself, TARDIS, Dalek, and then, you know, another TARDIS that like spins here and stuff. It's kind of cool. And then, yeah, all kinds of random little things, some books, a guitar that I don't play, you know, Jones soda that hasn't been opened. I just kind of like them. Oh, these are actually all from Minecon 2011 or 2012, I think. And I won those in an auction that was being done. I can't remember who. I think Extra Life was doing it, and then Mark IRL was doing it, and I was, you know, just kind of tuning in. And I put down a bid, you know, and I got them, so kind of cool. But anyways, more random knickknacks. This chair over here is just kind of the toss whatever Rachel wants to toss down thing, and then books down there that she has tossed down. And then these 2 pillows right here to end off the video are just 2 little pillows that were actually made by Bionic Monkey. They have like, they have sort of like that, I don't really know what you'd call it, if it's like suede or whatever, but like, you know how when you scratch something and it makes that noise, it kind of has that material to it, but it is still like an actual pillow that can be used. Yes, I'm crushing my own face. And Bionic Monkey made one of those for Grailmore and then for myself as well. So they sit forever on this couch, well, not couch, but this little mushroom chair together with a tiny little Nerf ball that me and Rachel throw around at each other whenever she's over. So yeah, that pretty much covers the entire office besides the giant TARDIS that's right there. So yeah, and then there's a random box over there that are Christmas presents that I need to wrap. So yeah, anyways, guys, the monitors have now turned off. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end off this video here. I think I pretty much covered everything in this video. So yeah, I hope you all have enjoyed. But before we end off this video, I do want to say that Rachel is a bit of a Doctor Who fanatic, and she does have this sort of Oncoming Storm David Tennant poster, and then this was a gift that I got her for Christmas last year. This is actually signed by the 10th Doctor, David Tennant. It's actually signed by him. So yeah, I think that pretty much covers it now. So anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end off this video here. I hope you all have enjoyed. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell, guys. See ya! Bye!